Hello, welcome back. It's Marina from Butterfly Effect, and this is a reading for Gemini female and male for the week beginning the 23rd of February. I'm using a combination of Lenormand, my energy oracle deck, and a little bit of Rider-Waite. I've also got you an oracle card from my Shadows of the Light oracle by Lucy Cavendish and the Oracle of the Shapeshifters. Now, Gemini, I actually laid out a reading for you about a week ago and I didn't have time to read it. I have photographed it and I will lay it out, and it will be going up this week, and this is very much a reflection of that. From what I can remember of it, there was possibly one man and two women basically, and everyone's like severely pissed off and quite sick about the whole thing. There's a lot of deception, a lot of lies, a lot of vindictiveness. So I am sort of seeing echoes of that reading, which will come up this week in your weekly. So things might be sort of coming to a head this week, because the snake here from my female Geminis is actually indicative of February. I've got the snake, I've got the heart, and I've got the home. And literally, from my Gemini females, this is like living with a snake in your home, the heart of your own home. So this is someone who is deceiving you. It's possibly, I cannot decide whether it's the man who is the deceiver. He's come through as the King of Pentacles, maybe dealing with an earth sign. Someone that holds your heart and is deceiving you. Maybe jealous, they may have betrayed you. You may have betrayed them, because as I say, the snake is usually a female. So I don't know if this is you, my Gemini females, or this is someone you're dealing with, but there is without doubt deception, and it's very close to home with the heart card. And this is usually someone you live with. It's a family member, it doesn't need to be a romantic interest. The home card has come up with deceit. So this is duplicity. This is somebody who is manipulating and stealing and lying. And it sort of feels like it's literally going on under your nose. I think someone is aware of this and they're taking some action, possibly action to cut out this with the King of Swords. This is Gemini's own energy, but I'm reading for a female in the top portion here. I sort of see this sword coming up to sever a connection here. This snake has come through with the Five of Swords, so this is someone who will win at all costs. This is really vicious. It's really biting. It's usually verbal, sort of verbal aggression. Someone who will win at all costs, and they don't really care for any collateral damage as long as they get their way. So the deceit on the home front, and it could literally be someone you live with and this is your partner stepping out on you or has an attraction elsewhere, because the deceit is with the Page of Cups and the Chariot. So it can sort of mean that someone's taking action towards an apology, but I really get the impression that they were offering their love out with the home. They were maybe having affairs where they were, you know, traveling on, you know, business trips. Do think money's involved here. I've both got the lily and the bouquet at the base of the deck here on the time card. And these are, you know, my older male and my older female. They're both air signs, if you like. It feels like an apology. It feels like someone's trying to make peace in a situation. I really don't see that that's likely to happen. I have got blossoming abundance at the base of the deck, although I do have hostilities in reverse, so someone sort of, you know, taking a back step here. But basically, if this is completely, you know, new information for you, I think you really have to be careful with who you have around your home, who you're living with, your family members, because there's definitely deceit here. The Queen of Clubs, usually a fire sign, is she's also the other woman. She is usually a businesswoman, and yeah, jealous, vindictive, malicious, gossiping. So, yeah, Gemini females, I don't know if this is you, or I don't know if it's the man that you're dealing with, but there's some definite issues here. The good news is that there does seem to be some sort of resolution coming in this week, because you do have the butterfly ferrets, which is I am reborn. This suggests is major change this week, and you might be feeling a little bit battle weary and bruised. So you have some protection with the ferrets here whilst you're going through this change. So it's maybe a little bit of a bust up this week. I don't actually see it as something negative, because if you are, you know, sharing a home with someone or a relationship with someone who is deceitful, you're better to have that blown up and you know, just deal with the fallout and move on to something a lot healthier. For my Gemini males, you may be connecting with an Aquarian female, because you have got the mountain card, the compass card, which they both had, and your advice is also the 3 fates. So this is like something coming around again. And please refer to my Aquarian female reading, so I don't need to read the card again. It's basically just suggesting that there's a lesson that you're not learning here, and it keeps coming round, and it's like, how many times does it need to come round for you to recognize that it's a karmic cycle? So you have some anxiety over a caring connection here. You're trying to move away from the obstacles in your life. The mountain card is a challenge. It can be, it does seem to be behind you. You're certainly moving in this direction. So there are, I think, possibilities elsewhere, and that you're setting your compass, you're moving in that direction. It is towards a caring connection, but there's a lot of anxiety. Either your anxiety or the person that you're hoping to connect with has a lot of anxiety about the direction of your relationship, or whether you can overcome the obstacles in your relationship. I've got the letter and I've got the ring here. So this is communication. It can be a contract if it's not romantic, but I really do feel it's romantic, because I've clarified it with the Ace of Cups here. So this is wanting to start something new. This is like, you know, the initiation of a brand new love affair. The ring can be, doesn't necessarily mean a commitment as such, but it's more of a promise, and it's something you're very desirous of with Archangel Ariel. She's my sacral chakra here. You want to connect with this person intimately. It's quite a sexual card as well. I think there's a strong a draw towards this caring connection, but there is an enormous amount of anxiety, and there's been blockages about it. So there's some communication here. Letter, now letter with ring is usually some sort of contract, so it can be business related rather than romantic, and this can be text, it can be emails. It's almost like there's some strength that needs summoned here with my angel of strength, or you could be connecting with a Leo to communicate. The High Priestess, communicate about secrets. Possibly this is sometimes the other woman card as well. I'm only conscious because I've got my other woman card up here on the top left. So yeah, there's some sort of strength required here to communicate about secrets, some stuff that's been hidden, possibly about a connection or a commitment that you have, and anxiety. But you're absolutely moving in a positive direction as the week goes on. Can't say the same for my Gemini females. I do think it's going to be a massive bust up there, and I genuinely think it's a good thing, because you have got deceit in your home, and you've got a snake here. What's the outcome of the week for my Gemini females? Yeah, temperance. So that bringing everything back into balance. So as I say, I sort of feel it's going to be a bust up week, and you'll just be retreating and healing and remaining patient and trying to gather yourself. So the home life stability is going to be, you know, back on track by the end of the week here, but there's absolutely issues that need to be dealt with. Gemini male outcome for the week. The Sun, I'm not sure if that was in reverse, Gemini, kind of flipped in my hand. So Gemini male outcome for the week. Outcome for the week for the Gemini male for this weekly reading, February 2020. Knight of Pentacles. Oh, it is upright. Okay, so there's real positive progress here, albeit slowly. The Knight of Pentacles is about taking his time. He's very loyal, very diligent. You might want to make an offer here. It would normally be quite businessy, but it is. It would appear to be successful. Certainly something that you're very hopeful about, and you have got the Star. So there could be some wish fulfillment here. And I say it could be an Aquarian because I did get the 3 Fates and 2 of the Lenormand cards in the Aquarian reading. So go and have a wee look at that. But that is your reading, guys, for the first week in, no, the last week in February. And I hope you have a good one. Please like, subscribe, and if you would like a private reading, check my down box. See you soon. Bye.